Hello, my dear students. In this video, you will learn about arithmetic series. Let us first review. Do you remember what kind of sequence is this? Yes, you're right. It is an arithmetic sequence. Why? Because it has a common difference. And what is the common difference? Very good. The common difference is 2. What about these numbers between 2 and 10? How do we call these terms? You're right. They are what we call as the arithmetic means. Okay, so I hope it's now clear when to use the word arithmetic sequence and arithmetic means. What if we have this expression? 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. What can you say about it? Yes, the sum of the arithmetic sequence. And this is what we call as the arithmetic series. Again, arithmetic series refers to the sum of the terms of an arithmetic sequence. Example, the one we had a while ago. So we have the sum of 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So the addends actually form an arithmetic sequence. So in this example, you can easily get the sum because the numbers are just too small and we have only 5 terms to be added. So the sum of this is 30. What if we have this problem? Find the sum of all even numbers from 2 to 100. Maybe some of you will just use the calculator, then they will just key in 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 until they reach 100. So that's all right. And some maybe will use this method. They will get the sum of the first and the last. So that adds up to 102. When they add the second and second to the last, such as 4 and 98, the sum is 102. Likewise, when they add 6 and 96, the sum is 102. So continuing the process, you will come up with how many pairs of number. So in which the last pair would be 50 and 52. And then multiply by how many pairs, you will come up with the sum. So that's all right. That's actually the Singaporean math way. And some maybe count the number of sum, which is 100. Okay, just like you already have here 100. And the sum of 2 and 98 is 100. The sum of 4 and 96 is 100. So that's another way. But we can also do this, or should I say answer this, using the formula for the arithmetic series. For the arithmetic series, we can use these two formula. One is S sub n is equal to n over 2 times the sum of the first term and the last term. The second one, S sub n, or the sum of n terms, is equal to n over 2 times 2a sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1 times d. So what is the difference between these two formula? So you can use the first if you know the last term. But if the last term is not known or given, you can use the second one. Okay, let us go back to this problem. Find the sum of all even numbers from 2 to 100. Let us first identify the given. So first, we know that we're going to add all even numbers. That means that the terms have a difference of 2. So we have a common difference, and that is 2. Then Then we have here sum of even numbers from 2 to 100. So our a sub 1 or the first term is 2. And of course, the last term, so your a sub n is equal to 100. So since we have here common difference, then we have also a sub 1 and we have a sub n. So is that enough to find the sum using any of the two formula? Yes, we do not know still the value of n. So we have to find first the value of n. So that can be found using the formula a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1 times d. So by substitution or substituting the given rather, our a sub n is 100, our a sub 1 is 2 plus n is unknown, so n minus 1 times the common difference, which is 2. So manipulating this equation, you can add both sides by negative 2. Therefore, you will have 98 is equal to, by distributive property, we will distribute 2 to this quantity inside. So you'll have 2n minus 2. Okay, we can remove the parentheses actually. So, next, we will add both sides by positive 2. So, we will have 100 is equal to 2n. And dividing both sides by 2, n is equal to 50. So, there are 50 terms, 50 even numbers from 2 to 100. Okay, since we already have the value of d, a sub 1, a sub n, and the value of n, we can use the first formula. So the sum of the first 50 even numbers would be equal to 50 divided by 2, okay, multiplied by the first term, which is 2, plus the last term, which is 100. So here, you can actually divide already 50 by 2, or if not, now you can just divide 102 by 2. So that is 50 divided by 2 times the sum of 2 and 100 is 102. And then, divide 102 by 2, so you'll have 50 times 51. So therefore, the sum that we're looking for is equal to 2,550. So that is the sum of all even numbers from 2 to 100. Okay, let's have the next example. Add up the first 10 terms of the arithmetic sequence. So here, we have the a sub 1, the first term. Then, of course, we can find the common difference. Then we have the number of terms. So, identifying the given, again, we have a sub 1 is equal to 1. Then d would be equal to 4 minus 1, which is 3. And n is equal to 10. So, notice that we do not know the last term. Therefore, in this case, we can use the second formula. So that is the sum of the first 10 terms would be equal to n divided by 2 times 2a sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1 times d. So by substituting all the given, so n is 10. So divided by 2 multiplied by 2 times the first term, which is 1, plus n, again, is 10 minus 1 multiplied by the common difference, which is 3. So simplifying this equation or expression rather, we have 10 divided by 2 is 5. So you can divide that, or later it could be. Okay, multiplied by, so 10 minus 1 is 9 times 3 is 27 plus 2 you have 29. So therefore, the sum is equal to 145. So the sum of the first 10 terms of this sequence. Let us try this problem as our application. Maricar, a grade 10 student of 10 Del Pilar, is an online seller. She sells 2,000 worth of products during the first week. She sets a goal of increasing his weekly sales by 500 each week. Assuming that this goal is met, find her total sale for the first 11 weeks. So please take note of this total sales for the first 11 weeks. That means you're going to find the sum of all the sales from week 1 to week 11. So let us try to illustrate this problem using a table. So we can easily identify the given. So week 1, she sells how much? 2,000. Alright. So if her target is to increase it by 500 pesos, then week 2 would be 2,500. Then what about week 3? So week 3 would be 3,000 pesos. Okay, then on the last week, so that would be week 11, how much do we know? Of course, you can do that if you will continue the table. But this time, that's not our concern because what is asked is the total sales. That means you are finding for S sub 11. So what are the given? Of course, we have A sub 1. And A sub 1 is equal to 2,000. Then, you have, of course, the value of the common difference, and that is 500. So, what about n? So, n is 11. So, you have a sub 1, you have the common difference, you have n, but the a sub n is not known. So, we will use again the second formula. So, that is s sub n is equal to n over 2 times 2a sub 1, okay, plus the quantity of n minus 1 times d. So, you'll have 11 divided by 2 or over 2 times the quantity of 2 times a sub 1, which is 2,000, plus n is 11 minus 1, so that's 10. Then the common difference is 500. So, we will have 11 over 2, okay, multiplied by, okay, the sum of 4,000 plus 10 times 500 is 5,000. So, that is equal to 11 over 2 times 9,000. And then, 9,000, so we can simplify that, of course, as, okay, 11 multiplied by the quotient of 9,000, and 2 is 4,500. So that gives us a sum of 49,500. So that would be the total sales of Maricar if the goal is met, now at the end of 11 weeks. Okay, did you get it? Okay, very good. Thank you for watching and enjoy solving.